Hello everybody, with the holiday season coming around the corner, I'm going to show you guys how to wrap presents. So for today's tutorial, we're going to need some wrapping paper, and we'll maybe need a little bit more than that for wrapping a few gifts for today, or maybe some more. Oh, we still got some more piling on. I think we have another bunch coming around. Oh, there they are. So let's begin. For my gifts today that I'm going to wrap, I have an owl mug and I also have a scarf. And if I wanted to wrap this, I would want to do it either separately or together. And for the sake of my friend, I wanted to put them all together in one big box. I mean, I could also put it into a bag, but what's more fun than tearing up some wrapping paper? So for my box, I just have a little thing here just to make sure that everything fits right inside. I just want to prep my gifts, so I have this tissue paper to wrap my scarf in a little bit so that it's all nice and fun when she opens the box. Just fold it like you're folding a t-shirt or like a towel, just to cover it all up so that it's nice and safe from any of like the box particles or anything like that. And for my mug, I have a tougher tissue paper than my other tissue paper. That way there's more support and that it's all nice and snug. Just wrap that any way that you want and make sure it's all nice and tight so everything has some really good support. For my box, I have some bubble wrap so that there's more support so nothing breaks in there. Just put everything in there the best that you can and make it all nice and snug. Perfect. So from here on, we're just going to close the box, make sure we get some good tape and tighten it really good. I also am adding an extra layer of tissue paper so that when she opens it, she gets like a nice pile of tissue paper right in her face. Be sure to tape that up. Oh, there it is, all nice and taped. So our next step is we're going to get some wrapping paper, and I chose a nice snowflake pattern. We want to start wrapping our gift on a nice smooth surface and have our box right on top of that wrapping paper. We want to make sure that we portion everything out so that everything gets covered. So for this part, we want to have half of the gift covered so nothing gets left uncovered. That's half right there. And then we also want to do half for the bottom, and I'll be showing that to you. So make sure it's just a little bit. If it's right above it, that's so fine. So then you want to make sure that you do that to the side that's facing you and is also halfway. For our next part here, we want to make sure that the other half of the box is covered, and we want to make sure that's a little bit over than the half so that we don't have any of the wrapping paper going a little short. So we want to have that a little longer than the rest. From there, you could fold over the wrapping paper just like I did, and that way you'll have a marker so that you can cut it nice and straight. For here, you want to make sure that you have a steady hand and you could cut it hopefully as straight as you can, but if not, that's okay, nothing that we can't fix later on. And we can cut that marker just like we did before. Now that we have our wrapping paper nice and neat, we can place our box either in the center or to the side. No worries, since we covered everything and portioned everything out, we should have all of it covered nicely. So we want to fold our wrapping paper on the first side, so if we had cut it off or it was all crinkly and wrinkled, we can have a nice fold. So just take your tape and tape it right on down so everything's nice and secure. And we want to do the same for the other side. Make sure that you fold that over, especially that side, because that's the side that is going to be on the outside and people would see that. You fold it right on over, and when you're ready, you can tape. You can use as much tape as you want. I only choose to use one because we are low on tape today. From there, we want to do one side. So we are going to take this side and fold it over. It doesn't have to be nice and neat. This is the side that we're going to work on later on. We just want to fold it over because we want to have room for the other side. And there you go. And here we are. So we're going to take the top part and the bottom part. The two sides are going to be folded over, coming closer to each other in the center. And then we're going to do the same for the top and the bottom, but we want to make sure that that's nice and smooth. So you see me smoothing them out. We now have these two triangles, and instead of having that point in the end, we want to have a nice straight line there, and we're going to tape that down, just a little fold, and we're going to tape that down. Oh, I ripped a piece, that's okay, no worries. We want to make sure that we do that with the other side and fold that over like we did, and it just makes the box look a little bit nicer in the wrapping. Instead of having 2 points, we have 2 flat sides meeting each other, and it's okay if one overlaps in one another, but not by much. That's perfect. And then tape as you please, as much tape as you'd like. I like taping the center and the outside of those triangles. That way it's secure, and if it gets caught in anything, the tape should hold it onto place. We have one more side to do, so make sure that you do the same steps that we did before, and now you have a nice wrapped gift, nice and tight. Wonderful. Now, when you're finished wrapping your gift, do not forget to label it. There's been so many times where I've wrapped many, many gifts and forgot to label who they were going to, so then I had to do a little unwrapping. Long story short, make sure that you have a label and you plop it right on your gift when you're done. There we go. I have mine. Oh, it fell. That's all right. Nice and stuck right on top, and our gift is done. I want to thank you everybody for watching. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching this video and it helped you with your wrapping. Have a wonderful holiday.